Good, y'all? This your girl Gigs. Welcome back to another edition of Gigs Play. What I'm about to cook is some fried pork chops and scrambled eggs. Yes, that's a dinner for me. Some people might eat it for breakfast. Some people probably never heard of it. But I'm telling y'all, it's good. Fried pork chops and scrambled eggs. You can't go wrong. Anyways, for our ingredients, it is, of course, some pork chops. These I got cut from a local meat store. Also, we have some eggs that's over here in the corner. Parquet butter. All the seasoning that we're going to use when we season our pork chops. As well as some flour. And, of course, our vegetable oil. So, let me just go ahead and get started. What we would first do is turn on our stove to get our Earl hot. Earl, aka oil. I'm going to take the big ass thing of Great Value oil. And yes, I haven't fried anything in a long time. But you know, normally I would use leftover grease, but since I haven't fried anything in a long time, I'm gonna use some fresh grease. So I'm gonna pour some Earl at the bottom of this pan, and the Earl is kind of coming out slow. Give me a second, y'all. Let me try to put another hole in this thing and make it bigger and wider. There you go. So I'm gonna just pour the oil. That's enough. Halfway through the pan. Yeah, because I don't want to really deep fry my damn pork chops. I want to fry them both on each side. So turn the stove on medium high and let that get hot. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and season my pork chop. I'm using salt. Some people like to season their flour and use it that way. I don't like to season my flour. I just like to season the meat and then put the flour over the meat. Then I'm using some pepper. Salmon salsa. And this pepper is called Fifth Season. I think I got it from the dollar store. I always get my seasonings from the cheapest place. It never be name brand season, but this right here is kind of name brand. This is Goya complete seasoning. Get both sides. And then I'm gonna use Grand Diamond seasoning. This is again from Cooking with Carolyn here on YouTube. She has her own seasoning. It's called Grand Diamond. I think her website is granddiamond.com. I'm not sure, so don't quote me on that, but y'all can look her up here on YouTube. Cooking with Carolyn is her YouTube page, and she would also have where you can get this seasoning from. And it is some good seasoning, and it's at a good price too. I think I paid $6 only for this right here, this seasoning. Either $6 altogether with the shipping, if I'm not mistaken. Don't quote me on that either. So it would have been better if I would have had all the knowledge. But I had bought this seasoning a year or so ago. But since I haven't been cooking, because Nika been here, I just kept the seasoning on the side because I didn't want her using my good seasoning. So anyways, okay, so that's Grand Diamond seasoning. And what I'm gonna do next is the most ghettoest thing ever, but I guess it's not that ghetto because I did see Paula Deen do it as well. I'm gonna take my pork chops and put them over here, and that is put some flour in a bag. It's not ghetto, I guess. You know, I thought only black people do it, but apparently we're not the only ones that do it. So I'm gonna put some flour in this bag, and I'm gonna put my pork chops inside and mix it around, and I'll be right back, guys. Okay, I'm back. I used some self-rising flour from Publix, and I just poured it in the bag, as you can see. the pork chops is in there and they're coated evenly and everything. And like I said, I thought that only black people did this, but I seen Paula Deen do it. So I'm just gonna wait till the oil gets hot and just put up my seasoning. I'm gonna wait till the oil gets hot and I'll be right back and show you when I start frying it up. Okay, I'm back, y'all. As you can hear, the oil is hot enough. What I did was splash just a little bit of water. Some people say it's dangerous to do that because it can cause a stove fire, but I'm so used to doing it. Some people like to get some flour, just like a little pinch of flour, and then drop it in the oil, and then if it starts bubbling up, that's how they know that it's ready. But like I said, whatever you want to do. I haven't burned down my house yet by using the water method. It don't be a lot of water, it just be like a little splash of water. So I'm gonna take my pork chops and try to, you know, shake off the excess flour and drop it in the oil like that. We're gonna get the other one, shake off the excess flour and drop it in the oil. Y'all know oil means oil. And after you use the flour, just dispose it, get rid of it. I'm just washing my hands, so give me a second, y'all. Okay, so I'm gonna get my spatula. Now all you have to do is just let it fry. You don't have to even touch it, just let it sit and do its thing. What I'm about to do next is start on my eggs, and I don't really want to start yet because it takes a while for the pork chop to get done. Eggs, it actually takes like seconds for it to get done. It don't even take long for scrambled eggs. No longer than 3 to 5 minutes to scramble up some eggs. But pork chops take a little bit longer. So I'm gonna cook my eggs actually towards the end of when my pork chops is done, so everything would be hot. Okay, I'm back. What I have is like 2 napkins on top of a plate, and what these 2 napkins is gonna do is gonna drain the oil off of the pork chops when I take them out of the oil. I don't know what other type of draining methods y'all use to get the oil off the meat, but I use that so it can absorb all of the grease off of the meat. So it's time to go ahead and turn over these bad babies. Yeah. And as you can see, they're golden brown. And I'm just going to let them fry some more for at least 3 to 5 minutes on this side. And then I should be able to go ahead and take it out. Depending on my eye, because sometimes I have to like go ahead and switch it back over on the other side and let it cook some more because it's pork chops. They're not really thick cut pork chops. They're kind of like medium cut pork chops. The thick cut pork chops, you might have to like turn it over like at least 2 to 3 times in order to make sure they're done. 3 to 5 minutes on each side. So what I'm going to go ahead and do now is get my stove ready for the eggs. And I'm going to turn the stove on medium high. And this is where the parquet come in at. Now you don't need that much parquet butter to scramble some damn eggs. You're not trying to give yourself a heart attack because you're already eating something fried and shit. But y'all know I don't really give a fuck about healthy food and shit. You already know. So you're just gonna coat the bottom of the pan with some butter. This is a non-stick pan, and I also got these pans from Cooking with Carolyn here from YouTube as well. Not only did she, you know, introduce me to the Grand Diamond seasoning, I also won these skillets from her on one of her contests that she was holding on her website. So yay me, I won that like 2 or 3 years ago. Actually 2 years ago. I'm gonna just take 2 eggs and crack them open. like so. Some people, oh shit. Okay, I done fucked up this egg a little bit. Some of the shells got in. I'm not a fucking expert, y'all, so give me a second. Let me fish out the shells real quick. You don't want no damn shells in your eggs. That's the last thing you would want. Okay. Some people, as I was saying before, some people like to scramble their eggs like in a separate bowl or whatever. I scramble my eggs while it's in the pot. And I also season it while it's in the pot. Not pot, but, you know, skillet or whatever. So, I'm just going to take the pepper and run it over. And then take the salt and run that over. And it don't take long to scramble some damn eggs. Take my fork and then scramble my eggs. Again, this is a non-stick pan, so I don't have to worry about my eggs sticking or anything. Okay, I'm back. This is our finished product, our pork chops and eggs. It looks so good, and it's going to be so good. Now, you can dash that with some hot sauce or some ketchup or whatever. I'm going to dash it with some hot sauce and just call it a damn night. As you can see, it is 6:31, so that means this is not breakfast. This is dinner. Yes, dinner. So, anyways, this is your girl, Gigs. Thank you guys for joining another Dear Gigs. Oh shit, I said Dear Gigs. I mean Gigs Plate. And I got pictures at the end like always. Bye.